It was a dark and stormy night. A heavy rain was falling. On such a night, God was born, not in a palace, but in a dark prison. This is the story of a miracle at midnight, the birth of Sri Krishna. Hello friends, I'm Gaurav Yadav. Welcome to this Janmashtami special episode of Mahabalak channel.
Hello, Earthlings. I am time.
Centuries ago, in the city of Mathura, a cruel ruler ruled, Kansa. He lived in the fear of a prophecy that his cousin sister Devaki's eighth son would be his death. Devaki and Vasudeva were confined to a prison. It was guarded day and night by Kansa's soldiers. As soon as Devaki gave birth to a son, the soldiers would inform Kansa, who would rush to the prison and kill the child.
It takes a special type of cruel to kill a child in front of the mother.
True, and that's how Kansa was. When the eighth son was about to be born, Kansa was very restless. He could not sleep at night. He was eagerly waiting to kill the eighth son. Vasudeva knew that he had to somehow save the child. But how? The walls of the prison were thick, the locks were unbreakable, and the guards were vigilant. Finally, the moment came. Devaki gave birth to a son. Outside, a powerful storm was blowing. Vasudeva took the newborn in his arms and wondered how long would the boy live before Kansa killed him too. But fate had something different in store for this boy. Vasudeva was surprised to see that the prison guards were asleep and the prison doors were open. Even the shackles on his hands and feet were loose. Vasudeva put the boy in a wicker basket and covered him with a piece of cloth. He put the basket on his head and quietly walked out of the prison. He went straight to the banks of river Yamuna. On the other side of Yamuna was village Gokul, where there was safety in the form of his cousin brother Nand and his wife Yashoda, who could provide a home to the newborn.
But first, the Yamuna had to be crossed, and due to heavy rain causing floods, there was not a boat to be seen.
Vasudeva stood on the banks of Yamuna and wondered what to do. Finally, he placed his faith in God and entered the river. The foaming river parted to give way to him. The divine serpent Sheshnag spread its hood over the basket to protect it from rain. This way, Vasudeva could get his precious basket to the other side to safety. When we hear Krishna's name, we remember his message in the Bhagavad Gita about selfless action. Do your duty and do not worry about the fruits. But the truth is, Krishna's entire life was a message. Different religions have portrayed God in different ways. Even within Hinduism, there are many incarnations. Among them all, Krishna is the most unique, the most extraordinary. Osho Rajneesh explained this beautifully in one of his discourses, which I would like to repeat here. He said that Krishna is the only person who, while standing at the highest peak of spirituality, is neither serious nor gloomy nor weeping. Usually, saints are known for being withdrawn and sad, detached from life, almost as if they have run away from it. Krishna alone sings and dances and laughs. Most religions have been sorrow-centered, full of sadness and tears. A laughing religion, a religion that accepts life in its entirety and celebrates it, can only come from somebody like Krishna. In a very deep sense, most followers of religion are life-denying. Their focus is on some other existence, in heaven or liberation. All religions divide life into two parts, one that has to be accepted and one that has to be rejected. The soul has to be accepted, but the body has to be rejected. Now, soul and body are always in conflict. The afterlife has to be accepted, but this life has to be rejected. Now, life and afterlife are in conflict. Krishna is the only one who accepts life in its entirety. That is why he has been called the Purna Avatar, the complete incarnation. Krishna is like a small dancing island in the vast ocean of sorrow. Or perhaps we can say a small oasis of joy in the great desert of sadness, repression, condemnation, and denial. Krishna alone accepts every color of life. He is full of joy and love and compassion, and yet he is capable of fighting in the war. The same Krishna who plays flute under the moonlight on the banks of river Yamuna can stand in the battlefield of Kurukshetra and impart the wisdom of Gita to Arjuna. It is easy to understand a man who renounces the world and attains peace. It is difficult to understand someone who stands in the middle of life's struggles and yet remains at peace. It is like trying to understand a lamp that continues to burn steadily in the middle of life's storms and its flame does not even flicker. Krishna was such a lamp. On this holy occasion of Janmashtami, let us not just remember Krishna, let us invite him into our hearts, into our breaths, until our lives become a festival. Our every step becomes a dance, and our every moment becomes a song. Jai Shri Krishna.